street light slowly thins. Water on water's the way. Safety of shoreline fading away. Sailor, sea, meet your storm. All I want is to be your harbor. The light in me will guide you home. All I want is to be your harbor. Fear is the brightest of sights, the shape of the boundary you leave behind. So sing all your questions to sleep. The answers are out there in the drowning deep. So sail your sea, meet your storm. All I want is to be your harbor. The light in me will guide you home. All I want is to be your harbor. You've got a journey to make. There's your horizon to chase. So go far beyond where we stand. No matter the distance, I'm holding your hand. So sail your sea, meet your storm. All I want is to be your harbor. The light in me will guide you home. All I want is to be your harbor. So sail your sea, meet your storm. All I want is to be your harbor. The light in me will guide you home. All I want is to be your harbor. Thank you very much. Wow, what a beautiful place to be playing on a very chilly January afternoon. Welcome to all for being here. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Here's a song that I play on the recording. It's a band, and I sing on it and I play piano. But when I play solo, I like to bring my band in a box. And so this is a looper in which I create some vocal loops that then create the arrangement for the song. And since I have come to live here in Washington, D.C., I think of it as an ode to people who live and work in the administrative state of our country. And so here's an ode to people who do the right thing even when there are forces asking them not to. It's called Whatever You Want. She's a company man, your right hand, 13 years and counting. No detectable ambition, a model of efficiency, far as you can see. He knows every loophole, the art of fine print, massages the numbers till they fit. And every time you ask him for another vanishing act, he half smiles as if to say, whatever you want, whatever you want, whatever you want is fine by me. Oh, oh, whatever you want, whatever you want, whatever you want is fine by me. Never a real moment together, but she understands you're an important man. Another late night, don't know if you're coming home or when she's alone again. But she goes on curating her domestic museum. She disappears in her loyalty. She is a dress wearing a face in the doorway, opening her arms out to you. Whatever you want, whatever you want, whatever you want is fine by me. Oh, whatever you want, whatever you want, whatever you want is fine by me. No one would dare to question you, oh no. And no one would dare to stand up. But in the night she leaves the papers in a tidy pile, evidence for her reasons. And in the night he takes the main accounts and pulls the files, detailing every treason. I am the last one you'd ever suspect of setting the fire, of setting the fire. But as you switch on your TV tomorrow morning, you'll hear me saying quietly, whatever you want, whatever you want, whatever you want is fine by me. Oh, oh, whatever you want, whatever you want, whatever you want is fine by me. Oh, whatever you say, whatever you say, I'll do what you ask me, I'll do what you ask me. Whatever you say, oh, whatever you say. But do you know who's listening? Oh, whatever you say, whatever you say, you know it's over. Thank you. I'll introduce another member of my band. This is a box that I like to call the Vienna Girls Choir. It's a vocal harmonizer box, and so when I play chords on the keyboard and I turn on a certain setting, it basically creates a choir of me singing, and I can change the chords as I want to. It's pretty fun. And so when I first got this instrument, I played around with it for quite a bit, and I thought, someone should write a chorale for robots on this thing. And so around the same time, I was in an environmental sustainability graduate school program, and I was doing an internship in which one of my teammates was given access to a database, a marketing database. And she actually looked herself and her boyfriend up on it, and she found a lot of information that was quite accurate about both of them. And she was both impressed and creeped out. And so that stuck with me, and I decided that if one would write a chorale sung by robots, perhaps it should be sung by marketing algorithm and big data. And so here it is. It's called the Hymn of Axiom. Somebody hears you, you know that, you know that. Somebody hears you, you know that inside. Someone is learning the colors of all your moods to show that you're understood. Here you're known. Leave your life open. You don't have to leave your life open. You don't have to hide. Someone is gathering every crumb you drop. These moments you long forgot. Keep them all. Let our formulas find your soul will divine your artesian source. Martial feet and force to design you a perfect love or a perfect lust. Oh, how glorious, glorious, a brand new need is born. Now we possess you. You will not, you will not. Now we possess you. You will not in time. Now we will build you an endlessly upward world. Embrace you for all your worth. Is that wrong? Isn't this what you want? I'm going to do a cover song now. This is one by an amazing ensemble of folks in the UK, and they call themselves Spell Songs, and it's a collaboration with a poet and an illustrator, apropos to be playing this in the Kennedy Center for the Arts, cross-disciplinary. And it's based on a book called The Lost Words, which is a beautiful illustrated book of spells to sort of summon our wonder and delight and kinship with different folks in the natural world, different trees, different landscapes, different animals. And so ironically, I'm going to use this very industrial-looking thing to create a natural landscape for you. And so wherever you currently live, I would love for you to imagine your favorite natural place, your favorite place with trees, with woods, with water, with the sound of our fellow cousins of other species. And I'll try to weave this spell for you called the Lost Words Blessing. Enter the wild with care, my love, and speak the things you see. Let new names take and root and thrive and grow. And even as you travel far from heather, crag, and river, may you, like the little fisher, set the stream alight with glitter. May you enter now as otter, without falter, into water. Look to the sky with care, my love, and speak the things you see. Let new names take and root and thrive and grow. And even as you journey on, past dying stars exploding, like the gilded one in flight, leave your little gifts of light. And in the dead of night, my darling, find the gleaming eye of starling, and like the little aviator, sing your heart to all dark matter. Through the world with care, my love, and sing the things you see. Let new names take and root and thrive and grow. And even as you stumble through mohair sands eroding, let the fern unfurl your grieving, let the heron still your breathing, Let the silky swim you deeper, oh my little silver seeker. Even as the hour grows bleaker, be the singer and the speaker, and in city and in forest, let the larks become your chorus. And when every hope is gone, let the raven call you home. I always set my water bottle down somewhere where I can't find it. On my left? Under the bench. Ah, see. That's what I get for moving my bench around all over. I recently got to read through the departing U.S. Surgeon General's parting prescription. I don't know, have any of you gotten to read it? It's a beautiful piece that has, in some ways, very little to do with medicine, but so much to do with well-being and with health. And I loved reading it because it kind of reaffirmed for me what I would love to be doing with music and my environmental sustainability nerdery and all of that. And ultimately, it is to hang out and do good things with people through thick and thin, and increasingly disruption and calamity and possibility and breaking things open. And so this is a song that I wrote a few years ago thinking about all of that and how important it is that no matter what work we think needs to be done, we always remember that it does not need to be done alone, and especially can be laid down sometimes while other people carry that burden, so that you might be able to pick that up some other time in the future. And so for any of you who need it, this is a song of comfort, and it's called We've Got You. Defy it, too much to know, too much for one small heart. You hide it, you fight till you're overcome, scattered and numb, but somewhere in the dark, the quiet sweeping arc of a broom, folding cloth, a swirl of soap and water, and before you can insist, there's no need for all of this. We are gathered around, and finally tears can come. We'll bring rain in the summer heat, send a song through the line when you can't sleep through the night. We've got you, so let go, we'll bear the weight a while. Lay down, we'll walk the waiting miles. When you're not alright, we've got you, we've got you. But why this injustice? Too much is lost, too much to swallow down. Why is this the deadly road we keep barreling on? Too much unlearned, too late to turn. But somewhere near the dawn, there are bodies linking arms in the street, growing threads, a hand raised at a table. And as far as you have gone, someone will go beyond who we need now, and even more to come. Will bring sun in the winter's deep. Send a song through the line to move your feet for the fight. We've got you. You're so bright when your current flows, so good when your brokenness shows. We're all here tonight, and we've got you. We've got you. We've got you. There is a companion piece to that song, because just as in community, one of the vital things we do for each other is show up when we're in need, when we need a meal or a hug or just something taken care of for a little while. We also sometimes just need someone to kick our butts, right? Someone to tell us things in a new way that we say, oh, right, yes, that's what I should be doing, thank you. And so here is a song in that vein, and I call it Spark. And incidentally, I also had a lot of fun when creating these songs, also creating merchandise items that are also like kind of companion art pieces too. And so that one has a caffeine-free herbal tea that goes with it. And this next one is highly caffeinated. Got work to do. Go digging, 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 digging deep this time, 'cause this goes way back. Got work to do. Gonna rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up tall this time, 'cause there's no falling back now. And in our ears and on our minds, beyond your years, your rallying cry is calling us out again, calling us in again. We watch you draw the frightened fire, you're keeping calm, you're aiming higher, it's summoning all our best, more power than we knew we had. Now we got light to see our way by. We've got what we need, we've got you. We're not afraid, we won't break. We've got what we need, we've got you. We've got you. But we're already tired. Go digging, 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 digging deep this time, before we're laid flat. We're fed up and full of fury. Gonna rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up tall this time, and climb our way back to love. And in our ears and on our minds, beyond your tears, your rallying cry is hold on now. We've got you, we've got you, we've got you, we've got you, hold on now. We've got you, we've got you, we've got you, we've got you, hold on now. We've got you, we've got you, we've got you, we've got you, hold on now. We've got you, we've got you, we've got you, we've got you, hold on now. Thank you. So if you'll humor me, I mentioned that those two are companion pieces, and the reason that's so is that I wrote them both. You may have noticed that both of them have a similar tempo. They're in the same key. They both say "We've got you" at different times. And they are actually meant to be songs played simultaneously to form kind of a whole picture. And the reason why I wrote it that way was right around the time I moved here to Washington, D.C., I also had a baby, and then we had a pandemic, and then there were protests around, you know, justice and other issues all over the country. And I just started to realize that the entire game of adulting is holding more than one truth in your head at the same time. And to be able to live with the confusion and a lot of like conflicting emotions and conflicting narratives and conflicting sometimes even facts and information, and to figure out what to do with it, right? And that is the kind of world that we currently live in. And I thought musical theater has a way of representing two different, you know, voices singing at each other, maybe with different perspectives. Other art forms have done that before. Could I write two kind of indie pop songs that also are having a conversation? And so I performed that last song, Spark, into this looper, and it will now serve as a time machine back 5 minutes. And I will go and play the first song, Comfort, and we'll put the two together. And it will sometimes be a bit much. But I hope that for you, it will start to kind of, after your eyes cross a little bit, that they will start to come into a focus, a different sort of picture, a complicated one, but maybe a fuller one. And so this one is called We've Got You, Two Truths. Got work to do tonight. Digging, to fight. Too much to know. 'Cause this too much for one small heart. Work to do. You hide it. You fight. Rise up, don't overcome. 'Cause there's no scattered unknown. But somewhere in the dark, the quiet sweeping of a broom, folding cloth, a swirl of soap and water. And before you can insist, there's no need for all of this. We're gathered around. Finally tears can come or bring rain and summer's heat. Sing a song through the line when you can't sleep through the night. We've got you, so let go, we'll bear the weight a while. Lay it down, we'll walk the waiting mile. When you're not alright, we've got you, we've got you. We're already tired. Why this? Justice, too much is lost, too much to swallow down. Why is this the dead road we keep barreling on? Too much unlearned, too turn. But somewhere near the dawn, their bodies linking Holding arms on the street, growing threads, a hand raised at a table. And as far as you have gone, someone will go beyond. We must need now and even more to come. We'll bring sun in the winter's deep. Send a song through the night to move your feet for the fight. We've got you. So bright and your current flows so good and your brokenness shows. We're all here tonight. We've got you. We've got you. We've got you. Cause we've got you. Hold on, gotta hold on, cause we've got you. Hold on, gotta hold on, cause we've got you. Hold on, gotta hold on, cause we've got you. Hold on now. Thank you. Follow something so earnest and ambitious with something very small. So I know that there are a number of people here in the audience and a number of people maybe watching on the live stream tonight who are neighbors of mine and neighbors of and fellow families at the schools and daycares that our youngest has attended. And so this goes out to not only the young ones in the audience or young people watching, but I have been told that it is a good public service announcement to anyone. And this is a song that I didn't write with any of the usual intentions, but just straight propaganda as a parent. And I was trying to accomplish a very specific goal, and fortunately this song did, and you are free to use it however you like. And it goes like this. Before you go on adventures, you try to pee, you try to pee. Before you go on adventures, you try to pee, you try to pee. Maybe you want to and maybe you don't. Maybe you'll pee and maybe you won't. But before you go on adventures, you try to pee, you try to pee. I fully intend to release that without any copyright on it. So, you can remix the verses however you want before you get in the bathtub, etc. This next song is one that I wrote on assignment. There's a wonderful podcast called Songwriter, which pairs songwriters with literary writers. And each episode, hosted by author and songwriter Ben Arthur, puts together a literary writer reading a poem of theirs or, in some cases, an excerpt from a book or an entire short story. And then the episode presents a songwriter who has written a song in response to that piece. And so I was invited to be part of this, and I was working through a decade-plus case of writer's block at the time. And so assigning myself homework seemed like a good way to maybe kick myself into writing music. But then Ben sent me a Dave Eggers book, so the pressure immediately was on. And it's this beautiful book called The Museum of Rain. And of course, once I read it and fell in love with it, I realized that I was in deep trouble. So I completely overthought this song for a long time until the deadline was literally breathing down my neck in the form of Ben's voice saying, please finish this song. And then the right song suddenly tumbled out. And to my great relief, Dave Eggers did not hate the song, but rather felt like it did capture what he was trying to write about. So I do encourage you to go read The Museum of Rain, but just to set the landscape a little bit. It takes place on the second day of a family reunion, and a great uncle has been tasked with taking all the children on a long hike and just to do something with them for the afternoon. And so they set off, and very many mundane and profound, as so often mundane and profound go together, things happen along the way to this place called the Museum of Rain, which none of them, except one, have ever seen, and that one is not even sure if it's there anymore. And at one point they end up crossing a river and taking a break at the river and talking about it. And that became the genesis of the song that I wrote in response. And this is called The River Sitter.
Come with me while the light is gold on the hill, and our day has hours left to go. There's a place I'm told might be standing still out beyond the field of headstones. You don't have to tell a tidy story. You don't need a home for every hole. You can just sit in the river, let the river run to you. You don't need to trace your last ancestor. You don't need a family name of old. You can just sit in the river, let the river run you through. Come with me while the fennel shades the sour grass and the coyotes stretch out in the sun. There's a manzanita rising beyond the pass that long ago sheltered something I'd begun. You don't have to tell a tidy story. You don't need a home for every hole. You can just sit in the river, let the river rush to you. Maybe you can find and lose true love. You don't need a twisting in your soul. You can just sit in the river, let the river run you through. You can just do a thing that you get the idea to do. Distance, and your time, unlike mine, has years to go. We'll stand before the shutter, prove our shared existence, a museum of the rain that feeds the river flow. You don't have to tell a tidy story. You don't need a home for every hole. You can just sit in the river, let the river run to you. And maybe only ruin comes of everything that once was our whole world. But someone may run with the thing we had the idea to do. So come on, let's search among the strangers and the souvenirs. How gorgeous and grand you have grown. Sit with me among the branches of the chandelier, where flesh and blood remain between our bones. And I will show you the most precious thing I own.
Thank you. There's a song that I've been playing a lot of, contemplative, slow, mellow songs, but the remaining two songs I have for you are very, they're meant to, get some blood flowing. And so if anybody feels like dancing, and I'm speaking specifically to my 4-year-old and any of her friends who would like to come dance in the front here, you're welcome to do that for this song. I normally try to create as much as I can on stage in real time because I feel like if you came to see live music, you came to see people making music, in the moment. But for this song, I thought I'd break that rule and do a little karaoke in front of you. And so this is a song from a rather electro-pop album that I put out a few years ago. And this one is a song called Level Up. So come out, you have been waiting long enough. You're done with all the talk, with nothing on the table. It's time to come on out. There will be no sign from above. You'll only hear the knock, knock, knock of your own heart signal. If you are afraid, come out. If you are awake, come out and level up. Begin again, dynamite the dam on the floor. Your body feels the talk of time as it hammers. Lord, we are cinders from a fire burning long ago. But here it is, the knock, knock, knock of your own heart that matters. If you are afraid, come forth. If you are alone, come forth now. Everybody here has love and lost. So level up and love again. Call it anything you need. Call it your 2.0, your rebirth, whatever. So long as you can feel it all. So long as all your doors are flung wide, call it your day number one, the rest of forever. If you are afraid, give more. If you are alive, give more now. Everybody here has seams and scars. So what? Level up. Yes, you are only one. No, it is not enough. But if you lift your eyes, I am your brother. And this is all we need. And this is where we start. This is the day we dreamed. This is the day no thank you all so very much. It's been a real privilege to be playing here at the Millennium stage at Kennedy Center in my current hometown. What a fun thing to do. And thank you so much for your amazing attention despite the temperature in this room. And I want to thank everyone who is watching on the live stream as well. I know that it's so hard sometimes to catch live music, and thank you for doing what you can to tune in to hear things being made in real time. And thank you to everyone at the Kennedy Center for their amazing work in bringing this kind of stuff to people all over. And so, in tribute to that, I would like to close with a song that requires your participation. It really does not work so well unless you are making some ruckus. And I know you've been very polite this entire time, and I would like you to be less polite now. Can you give me a little less polite kind of ruckus? Okay. Okay, good. Now I see what you're capable of. This is great. So here's the story of the song. I am a child of immigrants. I was born here in the US in California, but my parents are from Taiwan, and their parents in turn are from mainland China. So they have lived through a whole lot of upheaval, a lot of starting over, a lot of building things from scratch and not having much to fall back on. My dad was very fond of telling me, he's like, I had no safety net. I've built a safety net for you, but we did not have one. And so when I decided to leave behind a path of going to, a good college and a good paying job and decided to become a touring musician, this caused some consternation in my family, as you might imagine. And my grandmother in particular, my father's mother, gave me a lecture many times, actually each time she saw me. She would sometimes even come to my shows and then give me the lecture after the show, just to make sure that it was getting through. So finally, I decided that I should translate it from Mandarin Chinese into English, more or less verbatim, and then set it to music. And so you will hear a little bit of my rebellion encoded into this song, but I think you will also hear some things that you might agree with that my grandmother is telling me. And so no matter whether you like it or dislike it, I want you to express that vocally, because that is what we Americans do, is we have opinions about what is being said. And if you would also be a somewhat raucous rhythm section for me, that would be great. And so here is a song called Grandmother Song. Oh girl, you think you got time, you're gonna get round to it way down the line, but one step, two step, you fall behind it, so you better have a good plan. Oh girl, yeah, you think you got time, gonna get round to it way down the line, but I'm telling you, no matter what you have in mind, you're still gonna need a man. Take it from your grandmother, I've been round, I've been round, I've been round, yeah, take it from your grandmother, I've been round, I've been round, I've been round. No one's gonna take care of you in that world that you got yourself into. All the good boys, honey, they're in grad school. Oh girl, your story's all wrong. Your dream will be a nightmare before too long. You're turning 30 and still trying to sing your songs. So come on, who do you think you are? Oh girl, it's too heavy a load. Your mama and your baba, they are worried souls. How you gonna raise a family when you're on the road with some tattooed boy with a guitar? Take it from your grandmother, I've been round, I've been round, I've been round. Yeah, take it from your grandmother, I've been round, I've been round, I've been round. No, this music career isn't real life. It won't see you through when you're 65, and when the tide turns, you won't survive. You sit on the banks and cry, 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 cry. Baby's gonna cry, oh baby's gonna cry. Oh girl, you never know war when they come in the night and they knock on the door. You can go from the high life to dirty poor, lose everything you knew, but the one thing they can't take away from you is your mind and the education you've been through. And so you find a man who understands that too, and if he understands it, he'll get an MD is what he'll do. Make sure that he stays true, gives respect where it's due. Make sure he knows, make sure he knows, make sure he knows what he's got in you. Because a woman isn't just for cooking meals, scrubbing floors, making babies,
a woman's got ambition, same as he does, maybe more. When the sirens wailed and the bombs fell, we ran from the schoolyard into hell. And what we could have been, time will never tell, because we never had your chances. The advantage is that you have been handed. Girl, you'll never know how hard it was. So you've got to do this for all of us. Take it from your grandmother, I've been round, I've been round, I've been round. Yeah, take it from your grandmother, I've been round, I've been round, I've been round. Yeah, take it from your grandmother, I've been round, I've been round, I've been round. Yeah, take it from your grandmother, I've been around. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us at Millennium Stage. For more information about upcoming shows, please check out the Kennedy Center website or Facebook page. At this time, we ask you please head to the back of the seating area so we can safely put away our chairs. As you exit, you will find QR codes to complete a brief survey on your experience today with Social Impact.